on forensics for innovators, leveraging open source in cyber investigations. We are now on day 5, and it's truly inspiring to see such enthusiastic participation from all of you. Today, we are honored to welcome our esteemed speaker, Dr. Rohit Ahuja. Dr. Ahuja holds a Ph.D. in Computer Science and Engineering from the Indian Institute of Information Technology, Design and Manufacturing, Jabalpur, India. His academic journey has been exceptional with the B.Tech with honors in Computer Science and Engineering from Rajiv Gandhi Technological University, Bhopal, followed by an M.Tech with distinction from School of Computer Science and Information Technology, Devi Ahilya Vishwavidyalaya, Indore. Currently, Dr. Ahuja serves as an assistant professor in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering at Thapar Institute of Engineering and Technology, Patiala, India. His contributions to academia and research are remarkable, having published over 20 research articles in prestigious international journals and conferences. Dr. Rohit's expertise and insights have taken him across borders, as he has been an invited speaker at esteemed institutions like Kyushu University, Japan, along with several notable conferences and workshops. His passion for academia extends to mentoring, having guided nearly 100 undergraduate students, supervised two doctoral and two master students, and is currently guiding a PhD candidate. Adding to his international research exposure, Dr. Ahuja also served as a visiting researcher at Sakurai Lab, Kyushu University, Fukuoka, Japan. His primary research interest lies in artificial intelligence and its diverse applications, making his insights extremely valuable and in today's era of digital transformation. We are privileged to have him here with us today to share his knowledge and expertise. Without further ado, let's give a warm welcome to Dr. Rohit Ahuja. Over to you, sir.
Uh, a very good afternoon to everyone, and I'm very overwhelmed to get invited as a speaker with this esteemed platform. So, am I audible to everyone? I guess.
Yes, sir. Audible, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Just a minute, let me share the PPT. Is the PPT visible to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So here I'm going to talk about packet sniffing. Okay. And what primarily I'm going to talk about is what packet sniffing is all about, and in both the networks, switched versus hub networks, and the attacks which goes on with the packet sniffing attacks and the packet sniffing detection that the packets are within the network. There are certain networks which actually occur in packet sniffing, and other than that, we have to detect that the packet has been sniffed within the network. Okay, and the last is the packet sniffing prevention, and then a conclusion of this all. And apart from that, we will be looking along a tool which we will see the practical experience of sniffing a packet, right? And then a lot of things are there which we will see using a tool of Wireshark even. Fine. So we are going to start like what packet sniffing is all about. Just a minute. So first of all, the packet sniffing is a technique used to listen to the packets flow in the network. Packet sniffing, there are a lot of packets which are transmitting from one node to another node, from the node B to node C, or within the several nodes of this network. So we all, packet sniffing is inclined towards just listening to the packets flow in the network. Packet sniffer, or we can say network analyzer. It can be a hardware or a software tool which is employed to listen to the packet flow in the network. Okay. We will be looking, Wireshark will be the one tool which will be looking here. Okay. So let's come to the uses of packet sniffer. What are the uses of packet sniffer? So network engineers, system administrators, and security professionals. These are the people which heavily use this packet sniffer tools. Okay, why they used it to analyze network problems, find traffic bottlenecks, and troubleshoot problems, monitor network usage. Now, even the intruder use it. Intruder use it for search for plain text passwords. Plain text password and usernames, hijacking sensitive information such as credit card information and financial data. See, everything is passing within the network in the form of packets, analyzing network traffic. Okay, packet sniffing tools can be used either in legal or illegal forms. Legally, like the network engineer, system administrator, and network professional use it. Illegal forms like the intruders use it. Legal forms, which called commercial sniffers, that are used by network administrator to monitor the network and detect security breaches. Right? This is what it is done by the network engineer, system administrator, and security professional. When we talk about illegal form, so there are intruders. Intruders means the person who is not an authorized part of our network. Like illegal forms, which called underground sniffers, that are used by hackers and network intruders to gain access to unauthorized data and steal sensitive information. Okay. So if we talk about packet sniffer component, usually a standard network adapter. There is a capture drive. This is the main part of a sniffer that acquires the data, filters it, and stores it in the buffer. The next is buffer, which is used to store captured filter data for later analysis. And the last is real-time analysis. This feature provides a little bit of analysis for faults and performance issues as data captured from the wire. Packet sniffing, like packet sniffing components we talk about, a packet sniffing, as mentioned before, can be either a software installed in a designated places throughout the network, or can be a piece of hardware. Okay, it can be a software or a hardware. Okay. It can be a software which can be installed at a particular location, a designated places throughout the network, or can be a piece of hardware, a wire tape device that is plugged in the network to monitor traffic, like the packets which are moving from one place to another place, like this. The code responsible for displaying the data. As we can see, if you talk about the component, there is a hardware, usually a network standard adapter, capture drive, buffer for real-time analysis. Sorry. Responsible for displaying the data with a description for human interpretation. Packet editing transmission, used to modify packets and retransmit them over the network. See, as we all are aware of the fact that when we talk about a network, the attackers are of two types. There is an attacker which can be categorized as an active attacker, and the other is passive attacker. Passive attacker is the one who just actually observe the traffic flowing from one network to another network. See, when we are talking about the flow of packets from one place to another place, so a passive attacker is inclined towards knowing that which network is used, on which port the data is communicated, and it's just a passive listener. An active listener, like, it modify the packets, as it is, as we can say the last line, used to modify packets and retransmit them over the network. So it is commonly known as replay attack. Okay, packet sniffer component software. So this is we will see the Wireshark in a bit detail, but prior to that, I want you to see this. There are a lot of details over there, like when we are frame, length, frame control field, sequence number, pen, there is a destination address. Means, see, I'm talking about the first line. There is a destination address. This is a common term which we are going to use it throughout. Destination address, destination address. See, there are two addresses: source address and the destination address. From the source address, the packet originates, and it is heading towards the destination address. So when any network analyzer tool, or we can say the network administrator will, or the intruder will be able to know that the packet is originated from where and it is destined for where. Okay. What is its payload? What is its capacity? What is the time frame? What is the bit length of? The length of the payload. Okay. Just look at this. The first packet originates at this time. Last packet at this time. The total time will be this. Interface will be this. Just a minute. Sorry. Okay. Packet sniffing in non-switch network. So prior to that, I want to clear that a switched network, when we talk about a switch network uses a network switch. A switch network uses a network switch to intelligently direct data packets only to their intended designation, while a non-switched network broadcasts data to every device connected. So packet sniffing, if we talk about a non-switched network, this is called shared environment. Hosts are connected to hubs. Which is simply a repeater. It takes the signal coming in one of its ports, amplifies it, and sends back to other ports. Packets broadcasted to all the hosts in the network. Like this is the diagram. See. So whatever it has received, it actually transmits to all other hosts. In non-switch network, promiscuous mode or promise mode is a configuration of a network card that makes the card pass all traffic it receives to the central processing unit rather than just frames addressed to it. Hosts are connected via switch. There is a lookup table. We all know that what the lookup table is: ARP cache, MAC table. We will be looking at in the coming slides with the MAC address and IP address of all hosts. Packets transmitted only to designated host. That's what I have said already. A switch network uses a network switch to intelligently direct data packets only to their intended designation, while a non-switch network broadcasts data to every device connected. This is what it is. Like C, the step 1, which we receive the data, and the data is transmitted to node C. From node A it is received, and node C it is. While in previous, as we see, it comes from node A and transmitted to node B and node C. Okay, address resolution protocol. Computer networking protocol for determining a network host hardware address, link layer, which when only its internet layer, network layer address is known. There are two types of it. Who has specifies the IP address of the host, whose MAC address we want to find out. Reply is that the answer host should send specifying the MAC address associated to that IP address. Now look at this. This is the IP address and there is a MAC address. So what is the MAC address actually? A MAC address is a unique 12-digit hexadecimal number. Sorry. A MAC address is a unique 12-digit hexadecimal number that identifies a device on a network. It's also known as hardware ID number. And when we talk about IP address identifies a device on a network, while a MAC address identifies a device network address. Packet sniffing attacks. Now we talk about sniffing attacks. So what are the attacks which happens by packet sniffing? ARP spoofing and ARP cache poisoning, MAC flooding, MAC duplicating, switch port stealing. So let's see one by one. Packet sniffing attacks. First of all, ARP spoofing. It's perform man-in-the-middle attack. So we are already about. We are already aware about an algorithm known as. I'm actually talking about an analogy, guys. See, I'm talking about an analogy. There is a Diffie-Hellman key exchange protocol. The Diffie-Hellman key exchange protocol is there, in which there are. It's a way how two people, A and B, which are actually communicating. So I'm actually talking about a particular algorithm of cryptography. So now what is cryptography? Cryptography is the art of communicating securely over an insecure channel. So now let's talk about symmetric key cryptography. Symmetric key cryptography. In symmetric key cryptography, there is a key K1. There is a common key between the sender and the recipient. The same key is used for encryption and the same key is used for decryption by the receiver. Now, what happens? The sender and the receiver is in myth that they both are sharing the key K1, but there is a man in the middle who is sharing a key1 with A and K2 with the B. So there is a man in the middle. So first of all, this is the ARP cache poisoning. What has happened in that? Sends false ARP gets reply, crashes stateless, update with false reply, attacker receives traffic, store for later analysis. First of all, we see man in the middle attack. So this is the same diagram which we see. See, there is an A and B. So here it is written logical connection. A and B are logically connected. Both A and B assumes that they both are connected. Now, but the real connection is like this. C is actually reading messages. I mean, both A and B are target for the C. He's maybe taking the messages from here, forwarding it over here. This is how the thing is. This is how the configuration is there. In that case, ARP cache after poisoning. Packet sniffing, MAC flooding. MAC for media access control. MAC, I already said, MAC address is a unique 12-digit hexadecimal number that identifies a device on a network. It is also known as hardware ID. Also called switch jamming. MAC table has fixed size. Attacker floods the switch with false MAC address request. Switch enters hub link mode. Forward traffic to all other ports. Attacker sniffs the traffic. So attacker sniffs the traffic like the packet transferring. Okay. MAC duplicating. MAC duplicating what? It is one of the packet sniffing attacks. MAC duplicating, cloning. Attacker updates its own MAC address with the victim MAC address. Can be done using ifconfig in Linux. So, I mean, I don't have the Linux system actually, but if you have the Linux system, then you can type the this ifconfig command in command prompt and you can see switch forward traffic to both hosts. No IP forwarding is used. Packet sniffing attack. Switch port stealing. Switch port stealing, what is that? Flood the switch with forged address reply, AMAC VIP. All replies contains AMAC. Traffic is forwarded to attacker only. Should be carried out very fast. Okay, it is actually the switch port stealing is carried out very fast. Oh, sorry. If we talk about, like, see, if you talk about MAC duplicating, the attack starts by having the attacker flood the network with forged directory ARP packet that each contains unique source MAC address. This causes some switches to go into a hub-like mode, forwarding all traffic to all ports. What happens is that once the MAC table is full, the traffic without a CAM entry floods on the local VLAN. The already existing traffic with existing entries in the CAM table will not be forwarded out on all the ports. Now, with the traffic being broadcasted to everyone, there will be no troubling sniffing. So that's what the problem. And when we talk about switch stealing, it's not difficult to imagine that since all the frames on the network are routed based on their MAC address, that's the ability to impersonate. And like if you talk about MAC duplicating, what it happens? Another host would work to their advantage. So now there is packet. We will see that reverse ARP used to detect MAC duplicating. Their packet sniffing detection. We will be looking at packet sniffing detection. Packet sniffing. We have seen like packet sniffing attacks are there, and now we will be looking at the packet sniffing detection. So what will be the packet sniffing detection? Packet sniffing is a passive attack. Passive attack and active attack we have already seen. What happens in active attack? There are two types of attack: active attack and passive attack. In passive attack, the intruder actually just observe the network, the type of network, the type of ports, this all the thing. Okay. Sometimes it generate a pack. Okay, it generate additional traffic, especially when used with an active attack. Detection based on technique used: RARP, ARP cache poisoning, ARP watch, decoy map. So this is what it is. These are the things which actually take the detection. Used to detect MAC duplicating. When we talk about reverse ARP, used to detect MAC duplicating. Send a request for the IP address of a known MAC address. Multiple replies means this machine is sniffing the network. Packet sniffing detection में there is a method called ARP cache poisoning. Performs a counter attack on the sniffing machine. There is a machine which is actually sniffing the packets moving from one node to another node in the network. So what does it do? Cache poisoning. It performs a counter attack on the sniffing machine. There are three phases for it: poison the cache of each host in the network with fake entries, establish a TCP connection, sniff the LAN to capture packets with fake entries. Phase 1. We talk about phase 1. So send a false gratuitous reply with a fake IP address and a valid MAC address to bypass the software filter. Attacker's host will update its own cache. And there is one way, like what IP address to select as the fake one to poison only the sniffer host. Like look at this. Phase 2. In phase 2, what we do, broadcast a TCP packet with a fake source address to the network. Non-sniffing machines will reply with ARP request. The sniffing machines will reply with ICMP error message or TCP connection can be performed. And the last phase, use a sniffer to detect machines that responded with ICMP error or TCP messages. There is a another method, packet sniffing detection, ARP watch. ARP watch. So what is that? ARP watch? Tools that use libcap to store a database with IP MAC. It includes the tools that uses libcap to store a database with IP MAC pairs. It records every operation made on the network and send it via email. Okay, but these are the software which are not 100% accurate. Okay, if we talk about a decoy method, what is that? Administrator. Now it's the turn to an administrator. Establish a connection between a host and a virtual server. Uses a plain text, username and password. Intrusion detection system activated once credential used. So a network administrator, what happens actually? A network administrator can deceive sniffing hosts by performing a decoy method. So decoy method is actually a method which is executed or taken in action by the administrator. A network administrator can deceive sniffing host by performing a decoy method. It is carried out by establishing a connection between the host and a virtual server using plain text username and password. Once a sniffer tries to use these credentials, when the sniffer uses these credentials, intrusion detection system is activated and reports the intruding attempt. Now that is the idea. What has happened? Like a network administrator deceive करता है इसमें sniffing host को by performing a decoy method. ठीक है? It is carried out by establishing a connection बनाया जाता है between a host and a virtual server, as it is written on the and username and password plain text में ट्रांसफर किए जाते हैं और जैसे ही स्निफर जब इसको लुकआउट कर लेता है और यूज कर लेता है इन सबको, तब एक इंट्रूडिंग अटेम्प्ट को रिपोर्ट किया जाता है. दिस इज हाउ इट हैपेंस. Obviously, prevention, there are a lot of prevention like port security, static ARP entries, authentication techniques, secure protocols, encryption. Port security and static ARP entries, if we talk about. Like if we talk about authentication, no, Yeah. Once IP MAC is set, it can't be changed. Only administrator can change that. Static ARP entries not timed out, not replaced by forged ARP entries, constrained to the size of the network, overhead to maintain cache and keep up to date. अब हम लोग पैकेट स्निफिंग प्रिवेंशन की बात करें ऑथेंटिकेशन में, तो इसके लिए कर्बरोस यूज होता है. Kerberos authentication service that performs two-way authentication between two parties. Credentials not stored on the server, not transmitted over the network. One-time password use होते हैं. Authentication service that only protects credentials and not other types of traffic. Prone to passwords guessing attack. Now, these are the secure protocols: SSH, Telnet, SFTP, FTP. Okay, VPN for clear cache traffic, virtual private networks with all traffic is encrypted, additional overhead. I mean, these are the things which are used. Okay, and if we talk about, I mean, encryption is one another way to prevent the packet sniffing, right? And when we talk about this secure protocols, see, virtual private networks, if we talk about virtual private network, especially virtual private networks can provide prevention against sniffing since all transmitting of data is used in encrypted form. So despite the overhead of sending encrypted data, just listen to me carefully, that when we talk about, I mean, talking about virtual private network, these private network can provide prevention against sniffing since all transmitting of data is used in encrypted form. So despite the overhead of sending encrypted data, it makes it hard to a sniffer to breach the security of VPN. But this doesn't mean that VPN are not prone to sniffing, because once a host is compromised to Trojan with a sniffer plugged into it, a sniffer not only can sniff encrypted traffic, but also unencrypted traffic before it gets into the VPN. So that is the one merit, or we could say possibly a demerit of that. Okay. So this is what we have seen. Switch networks are vulnerable to various security attacks. Sniffing in one of them. Sniffing is a passive attack. Sniffing is a passive attack. See, I have told you about sniffing just means you are observing the packets transmitted from one node to it, that we need to be aware of in order to protest against it. Replacing half switches doesn't mean that we are prone against sniffing. Lack of optimal solutions to protect our network doesn't mean we can't protect them. We will be using Wireshark now. Wireshark. So we will see, first of all, I want to say, before actually taking the things, I'm actually opening a tool. Please let me know that I have opened a tool, the Wireshark Network Analyzer. Can you see my screen? Can please anyone let me know? Can you see the screen?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you. So, sorry. Actually, I'm suffering from fever now, so a lot of cough is going on. So, see, as you can see the screen. So let me tell you one thing. I will see. The moral of the story is that there is a packet sniffing going on. There are several hardwares, and we have actually seen a lot of things. Like just keep on looking at the screen. You are listening me, that's okay. I'm glad. But please keep on looking at the screen as well. What we have seen so far, whatever we have discussed, we have went through, can be categorized like what packet sniffing is all about. What are the outputs? Packet sniffing is all about. And more importantly, packet sniffing is a passive attack. Packet sniffing is a passive attack. What is the passive attack? Where the person don't actually do anything. It can't actually modify the packet going from you to me or me to you. It's just a passive attack, guys. It's not an active attack. It's just observant. Packet sniffer is an observant. It's a passive attack. Okay. So we have seen types of sniffing attacks. We have discussed a lot of sniffing attacks. And then we have also seen the prevention mechanisms against that. Like the decoy method was there, which was actually taken into action by the administrator, network administrator. See, packet sniffing is a technique which can be taken into the action by the network analyzer, system administrator, and the intruder as well. So we have seen this all, what packet sniffing is all about. Till now, if we talk about what we have seen what packet sniffing is all about. And then uh, types of packet sniffing. The passive sniffing attack can be there, and the prevention against that attack, like the decoy attack was one of them. Okay, now we are actually trying about the Wireshark. Now, what is Wireshark? Guys, what is Wireshark? So you can see as soon as I open the table, see, this is the topmost. As you can see my screen, there is a topmost which is written the Wireshark Network Analyzer. So this is called the title bar. This is a tool, the Wireshark Network Analyzer tool. Okay, it can be used for packet sniffing. This is the network analyzer tool. This is the title bar, the first, and this is called the menu bar. Okay, okay, and this is what? This is what? This is, I mean, this is a display filter. Now, what is a display filter? Now, the question is that what is a display filter? Display filter. What is a display filter? A display filter is applied display to the specific display. Applied display is applied to specific data, and then there is a capture. See, title bar, menu bar, display filter. Display filter is applied to display the specific data, and then there is this. Now this is what? This is capture filter. देखिए मैं आपको इस टूल्स के जो मतलब I'm talking about the first page of this tool. Right now I'm not doing anything. I'm actually letting you know how the tool looks like. What we can do, that's a different story, but the moral of those stories are how it looks like. Okay, there is a menu bar where we can do a lot of things. There's a display filter which is applied to display the specified data, and then there is a capture filter which is applied to capture specific data. See, it is the basic difference. The display filter is applied to display the specific data, while capture filter is applied to capture specific data. Now, you have seen one thing. If you are a good observer, then you might have think like there is a Wi-Fi and this is going on. See, this is going on. This is going on. This is going on. This is going on. Right? Others are not. Actually, I'm connected with this laptop by my hotspot. So that's the idea. That is the idea. Okay. So let me click on this Wi-Fi. As soon as I click on this, I find this. I find this. See, let's see one by one. Let's see one by one this tool. This is the number. This is the time. This is the source. This is the destination. Source address from where it is originating, and then the destination address. The protocol, which protocol it is using. The length, the information. That's the idea. Sorry. Just give me 1 minute. Let I drink some water actually. So the question is that, first of all, why we use Wireshark? This is a Wireshark. Why we use that? To troubleshoot network issues, identify problem, identify the problems, bottleneck, or unusual behavior in our network. Whenever someone wants to troubleshoot network issues, like identifying the problem, one has to identify the problem, bottlenecks, or unusual behavior in the network. In terms of security, detect and respond to network threats, including intrusions and malware. Okay. Third, it is used for network optimization. This Wireshark tool is used for network optimization, analyze network performance, and optimize for better speed and reliability. It is used for that. Hmm. Compliance. Ensure your network adheres to security and regulatory standards. So you can actually comply. Wireshark can be used to comply that your network adheres to security and regulatory standards. There any network which you goes through, okay, have to be compliant with the security and regulatory standard. So Wireshark is also used for that. The question is again that what one can do with Wireshark. What I can do with Wireshark. What I can do with Wireshark. So what I can actually capture packet and analyze it. Protocol support. Wireshark support hundreds of protocol for Ethernet, from Ethernet to HTTP and beyond. Okay. Powerful display filters are there. See, this is the powerful display filter. Focus on specific traffic of interest like powerful display filters, which enables us. This is a display filter which enables us to focus on specific traffic of interest. Okay. Extensive packet details. Every packet. See, this is a packet. आप यहाँ इस पैकेट नंबर पे I request everyone to please actually note it down that this is 9859099 and see 10,000 now. This is the number, this is the time, source address, destination, protocol. Which protocol it is used? Okay, the length. Okay. Extensive packet details. Every packet which is transmitting from one node to another. Okay. Inspect each packet's contents. Export data, save captures in various formats. So what you can do, you can actually capture this transition and actually save captures in various formats. Plugin support, extend Wireshark's functionality. That is all obviously over there. Okay. Something I want to actually highlight. First of all, this is a file. This is for capturing. If I press it out, stop. Stop. Everything is stop over there. Now, start. Continue without saving. So again, start. So this is a display filter. Apply as filter, prepare as filter, conversation filter, statistics. This is how it is. So there's one thing in view. There is a term called customize. I mean, view See, this is view, and there is a colorized packet list. This is one of my favorite option actually. That's why I'm highlighting it. There are a lot of options. See, if I keep on exploring, I can explore up to the continuously. Actually, before telling you colorized packet, let me help you with something. See, I want to say, uh, this is overleaf, huh? Overleaf for this is the overleaf which I have opened so far. Actually, there are many packets which have different color. Colorized packet list. See, this is what it is. Coloring rules default. So, a bad TCP packet is there which have this color. ICP MP error have this color. Okay. Now this is it. This is the, I mean, this is the name and this is the filter. This is the color. You can actually change the color also. Right now, when you will be using this tool via your Wi-Fi network in your college, okay, then you might have a lot of packets with red, green, I mean, different colors. But right now, the thing is that I'm actually connected via my Wi-Fi with the hotspot. There, I mean, I have opened very few websites, so that is the problem. It is showing the same color, and you can customize the colors as well. That can also happen, right? This is what it is. So we can actually, so before coming to it, before proceeding with it, I want to actually go through the slides. So Wireshark, why Wireshark is used? Wireshark is used to troubleshoot network issues, identify problem, bottleneck or unusual behavior on our network. In terms of security, detect and respond to the network threats, including intrusions and malware. Network optimization, analyze network performance and optimize for better speed and reliability in order to check that the network adheres compliant to the security and regulatory standards. These are the features. Packet capture and analyze. Protocol support. Wireshark supports hundreds of protocols from Ethernet to HTTP and beyond. Live capture or read from a saved capture file. We have a saved capture file at one go. We can actually use it further to analyze it. Powerful display filters, focus on specific traffic of interest, extensive packet details, inspect each packet's content, export data, save captures in various formats, plugin supports, extends Wireshark's functionality. So this is what the data structure is look like. This is what it is look like. Actually, let me tell you one thing very clearly. When I was preparing the slides, there are some, as you can see in this slide, sorry, as you can see, there is some where are green. Because when my tool was going on, there was all with the same color. But now you can actually see that there are some packets which are green highlighted. Oh, sorry, blue highlighted like this. Some are black highlighted like this. Okay, that is the idea. That is the idea. That is the idea. So when we are actually as a packet sniffer, when we are using actually this tool, we are a silent observer. We are a passive attacker. So our goal, our notion is to actually check that what is going on. Which port, as a passive attacker, when we are actually listening, then what are the things which we are supposed to listen? See, we all are aware of that. There's a basic definition called vulnerability. Vulnerability in a network is exploited to attack that particular system. So as a passive listener, I'm about to listen that which port. मैं आपको ये बताना चाहता हूं कि जब दो नोड्स आपस में बात कर रही होती हैं, when two nodes are actually communicating with each other in a network, then we need to know that they are communicating via which protocol, which network they are using, which port they are using to communicate. What is the IP address of the source? What is the destination IP address? These are the things as a listener, as a sniffer, as a passive attacker, I'm supposed to get. Okay, so let's talk about the protocol stack reminder. See, we are already aware about the 7 layers of OSI model. In OSI layer 1 or 2, so these are the things. When we talk about layer 3, so we have IP, ICMP, OSI layer 4, TCP, UDP, and when we talk about layer 5 to 7, so these are the things: SMTP, Telnet, FTP, HTTP, SNMP, DNS. Okay, let's talk about this traffic. Just please, just I want you to look at this. Sorry, please look at this slide. Filter traffic between hosts. When I'm supposed to filter the traffic between hosts, see, filter traffic between hosts. There are two hosts from which we try to filter the traffic, like this and this. This 172.16.100.111, and from this to this, port mirror to be configured from the laptop to the server port or the PC port. Filter traffic between hosts. So it's an actually taken. See, this is the, I mean, traffic, this is the source and this is the destination. Okay. So see, ये आप फिल्टर को देखिए यहाँ पे, ये आप फिल्टर देख रहे हैं यहाँ पे, ये जैसा हमारे पास फिल्टर था, मैंने आपको बताया था ना कि फिल्टर किस लिए यूज होता है, इज अप्लाइड टू कैप्चर स्पेसिफिक डेटा। यहां पर आप देखिए कि यहां मुझे एक स्पेसिफिक ऐसा डेटा चाहिए जहां पर एक पैकेट स्निफर हूं, अगर मैं, इफ आई एम अ पैकेट स्निफर, सो व्हाट आई वांट, आई एक्चुअली वांट दैट आई नीड टू स्निफ द पैकेट्स, number of packets which are transmitting from node which have the IP address 172.168.100.11112 towards the destination host 172.16.100.112. ओके, तो मैं इसे कैप्चर फिल्टर का इस्तेमाल कराऊंगा। कैप्चर फिल्टर में क्या होता है, इट इज अप्लाइड टू कैप्चर स्पेसिफिक डेटा एंड फ्रेंड्स दिस इज द कैप्चर फिल्टर। यहां पे आप देख सकते हैं आईपी डॉट एड्रेस 172.168.100.111 एंड दिस। तो आप यहां देख सकते हैं कि वो सारे पैकेट जिनका सोर्स और डेस्टिनेशन ये है, वो मेरे पास निकल के आ गए। इट इज वेरी क्लियर। अच्छा, इरिस्पेक्टिव ऑफ द प्रोटोकॉल, इरिस्पेक्टिव ऑफ द प्रोटोकॉल, कोई भी प्रोटोकॉल यूज कर रहे हैं वो, फिर चाहे टीसीपी हो रहा है, चाहे मतलब जो भी प्रोटोकॉल यूज हो रहा है, बट देयर इज वन थिंग विच इज सोर्स एंड डेस्टिनेशन एड्रेस, दैट्स द आइडिया। जस्ट अ मिनट। So this is one thing which is clear to us. ये पोर्शन आप देखिएगा इसको, दिस इज द हाईलाइटेड पोर्शन, जिससे हम वायरशार्क टूल का इस्तेमाल करके बाय employing the Wireshark tool, we can actually capture the packets which have been transmitted from this to that. Okay, I hope it is clear. So let's proceed. Filter traffic between hosts. I mean, what I'm trying, right? कि matlab, this is the network. Try to understand. This is the network. And actually, what I want to know, like the packets which are transmitted towards this. Okay. So what I should do, IP.address equal to this. I mean, see, मतलब source IP address ये है, कई जगह destination IP address ये है. This is the idea. This is what we are going to see. This is the third thing. But let me come to the tool again. मैं आप यहां पर इसको बंद कर रहा हूं और एक बार फिर से स्टार्ट करने की कोशिश कर रहा हूं. ये देखिए, ये पैकेट फिर से 700, 800, 1000 यहां से चालू हुआ. यहां पर मैंने एक TCP, ये देखिए मैंने यहां पे TCP लिखा. सो ऑल द, आई मीन द प्रोटोकॉल व्हिच स्टैंड्स ऑन द TCP कम्स इनटू द एक्शन. ये देखिए सारे के सारे वो प्रोटोकॉल्स जो TCP के ऊपर चलते हैं वो आ गए. अब देखिए, अब जैसे मैंने इस पैकेट को यहां पकड़ा, यहां पे स्टॉप किया और इस पैकेट को यहां पकड़ा, मतलब किसी भी पैकेट पर मैंने यहां पे आई हैव क्लिक्ड ऑन एनी ऑफ द पैकेट, एनी ऑफ द पैकेट, एनी ऑफ द पैकेट. सो आई गॉट दिस डिटेल्स. Just look at this, which is actually telling that this is frame number 3067. Okay. Let's look at in bit detail. Okay. See, this is the packet which I have actually clicked. So what I found, frame is 3067. Okay. 1254 bytes. As we can see, the length is 1254 bytes. Okay. Ethernet second. Source, Light on Technologies. This is the destination. Internet protocol. This UDP, user datagram protocol. Source port ये है इसका. I can actually, that's what I have said to you, that there can be a detailed analysis is possible. There can be a detailed analysis which is possible. So as I have clicked on it, so I found that source port was 58522, destination port was 3478, the length was 1200. There's a checksum, time spent, UDP payload. Okay, these are the things. See, a detailed analysis is possible anytime, whenever I apply. There are a lot of filters actually possible over there. Actually, HTTP is not working. Only HTTP is.
Sir, your voice is not audible, sir.
Sorry, sir. I'm audible now, sir.
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry, sir. Okay. So I'm actually towards this. I'm actually towards doing this example. Okay. So what I'm going to see, actually, we are now able to capture a bulk TCP transfer from our computer to a remote server. So first, what we have seen actually, we have used this website. As you can see, I have opened this. Now what I have done, I have actually saved this on my system. Let's suppose desktop. Okay. LS. Okay. This is what it is done. Let's see one by one. Okay. Next, I have went through this. Okay. Next, I have went through this. And now I have chosen the file ls. Okay. And before uploading, I have actually opened the Wireshark. See, I have opened the Wireshark, went to the Wi-Fi, and upload ls.txt. See, now a copy of it is transferred. So we have actually covered this. Now we have captured the packet. What we will do? Now, this is the question. I hope you all have seen what I have done. I have first opened this website, saved it to my system, save as, and which got saved to as ls.txt. Okay. Then I opened this another website on which I have uploaded that, what to say this? Uploaded that particular text file. Now, what I am actually trying to, now this is my question. What is the IP address and TCP port number used by the client computer source that is transferring the file to this one? So for that, select an HTTP message. So what we can do, we can actually आपने पहले नोटिस किया होगा कि पहले जब मैं HTTP चला रहा था तो वो HTTP चल नहीं रहा था। ओके, अब ये आप इसको ध्यान से देखिएगा। अब आप ये देखिएगा कि जितना भी जब मैंने इसे अपलोड किया तब मेरा वायरशार्क ऑन था। जब मैंने alice.txt नाम की फाइल को अपने डेस्कटॉप पे सेव किया तब मेरा वायरशार्क ऑन नहीं था फ्रेंड्स। जब मैंने क्या किया, जब मैंने उसको अपलोड किया तब मैंने उससे पहले अपना वायरशार्क ऑन कर लिया था। ठीक है, तो आप यहां देख सकते हैं, आप ये देख सकते हैं कि यही वेबसाइट थी। अगर आपने ध्यान से देखा होगा तो यही वेबसाइट थी वायरशार्क लैब्स, ये वाली जो मैंने ओपन की, टेक्स्ट प्लेन। ठीक है, अब अब यहां पर इसको मैंने इस तरीके से ओपन किया तो आप ये देख सकते हैं कि ये फ्रेम जो यूज हुई थी कैप्चर में वो 2638 थी, 325 बाइट्स ऑन वायर। This was it is used. Ethernet second. Source is this. Destination is this. Internet protocol source port number कौन सा यूज हुआ है, destination port number यूज हुआ है, sequence ACK, hypertext. I mean, these are the things which are used. So it is very clear to us now what is the IP address is used. I mean, जो क्वेश्चन मैंने यहाँ पे पूछा हुआ है इसमें, what is the IP address and TCP port number used by the client computer? This is a source port number which is used, destination port number, and all other details. We can get a detailed analysis. थोड़ा सा आगे बढ़ते हैं. What is the IP address of this? On what port number it is sending, receiving? So, I mean, see, whatever the details are there, we can actually figure it out from here. Whatever the details are there, which we can actually, source port ये है हमारा, ठीक है, destination ये है हमारी, ये TCP protocol हमारा use हुआ, ठीक है. The one thing which is worth noticing in this is that ये देखिए, ये कौन सा पोर्ट नंबर यूज होता है? 80 पोर्ट नंबर यूज होता है. डेस्टिनेशन में कौन सा पोर्ट यूज हुआ था? ये यूज हुआ था. दिस इज व्हाट इट इज. So this actually has a lot of details. अच्छा, इसमें मैं एक चीज आपको जो बताना चाहता था, जस्ट अ मिनट. हाँ, anything going on? This is how it is actually. Okay, I mean,
जाओ भाई.
ना जाए नहीं
So this is how we can actually put the regarding the IP address. Okay, and there are a lot of things which we can put a lot of. When we have put not ARP, so several UDP protocols have came. Now I can actually click on any one.
यार
Regarding the IPv6, which is going on over there. See, that's what we can check. TCP or UDP port is 80. There's no one. HTTP. Right now, no one. So we can actually, what we can do, we can actually go for a lot of things. This is a network analyzer tool. Can be used for this purpose.
নহয় সেইটো বুলি নহয়
I'm the one who's listening a lot of voices, or you all are you? Yeah. So see, this I selected it, user data. This was the protocol. I mean, this is the see 58. This is the port number which I have selected actually, and apply it as a filter. Selected. Any. So you can actually see on which port how the things are. I mean, a particular. What to say that any towards any port if it is transmitting, right? So guys, hello, am I audible to everyone and visible? I hope, I guess.
Yes, sir. Audible.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, a lot of voices were coming, so I was a bit disturbed. Actually, I'm not getting. So guys, this was the central idea behind. We have seen. So we can also see that if I wish to apply, like this one, just for the trying, although it doesn't suit to my, but for the sake of trying, there is no actually. There is no actually. So I can actually put. So what I can do. I can actually take any source address which can be transmitted. So this is how I can put it over there, various finds, and properly for the sake of sniffing. So that's what we can do. Okay, a lot of things can be done. We have seen 3 practicals over there. I don't know, like, I mean, the IP address which may be in your network. When I am actually connected to the Wi-Fi of my college, actually, so there are a lot of packets transmitted from here to there. But when I'm actually concerned, actually the Wi-Fi is connected over there. So, sorry, the hotspot is connected. So a lot of packets are not there. I mean, whatever the websites I've opened, that is actually transmitting. And let's say if I go for a YouTube, let's say I go for a YouTube, and actually, and oops, so anything I have opened. Okay, so that actually comes under some. So I can actually, but maybe it's right now it's not getting. Maybe I have to start it. So otherwise, that is the idea. So that is from my side. I've discussed the tool. I mean, we have seen 1, 2 to 3 practicals on this. We have seen a lot of about packet sniffing, prevention, detection, and a lot of things. Okay, so that's all from my side, friends. Hello.
Sir, hello,
Yes, sir.
am I audible, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Uh, so we can bind up this session right
Yes, sir.
now.
Yes, sir. We can wind up this session. So we can wind up this session. We have covered a practical and the theoretical aspects of that even, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much, sir. So we will start at 6 p.m. for the next session.
Okay. Thank you, Abhishek, sir. And thank you
Thank
for
you.
all the participants. I hope you have actually enjoyed a lot the practical and the theoretical aspects of that.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Okay.